All right. So I don't know if you remember the questions, but we just start like right here. So I'll just step you up. That's how we start. So you ready? All right. What's up, Bullyzone? Thank you for meeting us today. In your tattoo parlor, basically, tattoo studio slash X recording studio slash. And you got your new recording studio right next door too, in another complete other room that you rent in this building.
That's right,
so,
man.
thank you for meeting us, and we just wanted to start the interview by a quick introduction, just your name, what you do, talk about your different business ventures.
Sounds good,
just
man.
a little quick overview, then we'll dive deeper into your story.
Sounds good. So I go by Bullyzone. I'm a local recording artist, a tattoo artist. I own Platinum Tattoos Art Studio, and I had, like you were mentioning, we had built the in the back of the tattoo parlor, we built the recording studio. That slowly evolved into a partnership with Borough Media, where now we rent next door, and now we have like a industry standard studio that we have for the public, and that also evolved into my label, Stay Platinum Records. So I keep fairly busy.
Oh yeah, so you were tattooing for about 4 years. You said to me before you started rapping yourself.
That's
so
right.
Did you have a studio before that?
No. So I had taken apprenticeship, say maybe about 10, 11 years ago, and then I dabbled with the tattooing on and off for the last 10 years. But I've opened my studio, my tattoo parlor, and started doing music around the same time. So we're going on 6 years now.
Okay, so you've been rapping 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got your own label now, and you're an artist.
Yes, sir.
So talk about your name, Bullyzone, real quick. Where did you get it? How did you get it?
So this one it just stems, like, you can't always pick your nicknames. So I guess it stems from like when I was younger, I used to do, like, I'll just be perfectly honest, I did some jail time. And when you're in jail, they call you by your last names. So me and my circle of friends at the time, when we were in and out of jail, we would call each other by our last names. But I didn't like it. I would take offense to it. So I would tell them, like, yo, stop calling me that. Stop calling me that. So my actual last name starts with a B. I don't know where the Z came from, but the homies just started calling me BZ. And then when it came to actually putting on raps, when I was going to come out as BZ, there was a local artist that was already going by BZ, or somebody from Montreal, or somebody just too close for me. I didn't want the confusion. So I sat and, again, brainstormed with like the team that I had at the time. And I don't know if I thought of it or somebody else thought of it, but once Bullyzone came out of the options, I was like, yeah, that's the one. And I just went with it.
Cool.
Yes,
and
sir.
your name for your brand, Stay Platinum, which is basically your now some merch. It houses your merch, your recording label. Your studio, you were telling me, is named Borough Media?
Yeah, so basically I partnered up. So when I had the recording studio in the back of the tattoo parlor, it came a time where I was hiring an engineer. That's when I met Twigs, the engineer.
Okay.
He came with his own business, so he is Borough Media.
Okay.
We worked together for a good year. The business, the numbers were good. We looked at the charts. We saw things were on the up and up. So once we knew that we possibly could get next door, we just thought about taking it on. It was during COVID time, so it was a risky time to maybe start a business. But we went at it, and it's been actually doing fairly well for us. So Borough Media is the official home studio of Stay Platinum Records.
Okay. So it's an in-house studio, basically, of the label.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yes, sir.
So Twigs is your engineer. He's been with you for how long now?
I'd say just a little over a year now.
Okay, so it's fairly new. The studio's been open for a year.
I'd say we're going on about a year and a half. So he worked with me in my studio for about a year, and then we decided to move. It took about 3 months for us to actually like do the whole construction.
Build, yeah.
I showed you. It's a whole process. It's a whole process.
So did you know Twigs before that, or you just met him?
No. So how it went is, I started having like my own issues with engineers that I was meeting, and I don't know if it's just me, if I'm hard to work with, or if whatever the case was, it just wasn't working, So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna build my own studio, and I actually built my own studio with the plans that I was just gonna engineer my stuff. Sure enough, I come to find out I don't know what the heck I'm doing when it comes to that at all, man. You know what I mean? So
it's for sure not an easy job.
It's not easy at all, man. And so just by chance, like literally by chance and fate, I had a friend, just a friend of a friend, who just popped by the tattoo parlor one day, didn't even know that I had built the studio. She came to introduce me to her boyfriend, who I've never met before. He was just in country from Bulgaria. And when he walked into the studio, he looked around and he started naming the parts that I had. He's like, oh, you have this, you have this. And I was like, you know this? He's like, yes, this is what I do. And I was like, do you want a job, man? And then we just started working. But just a little bit before COVID, he had to go back because he's from Bulgaria. So he had to go back to Bulgaria. And then I had to hire. So because, you know, a lot of the artists do know me, so I just kind of put up ads to hire. And Twigs was actually referred to me. So once he came and he saw, he liked the vibe and whatnot, and our clients meshed well, it's just been snowballing, and it's taken off since there.
All right. Yeah. So let's talk about your label real quick.
Okay.
What was your motivation behind starting your own label?
So the motivation, I'm gonna say more like it's very. It's a good feeling to be able to create music. So I really enjoy the process of creating, but when I brought into the studio into effect, and I would see others, like their reaction to creating good music and how they felt, I really enjoyed that. And there'd be times when I'd be like tattooing and there'd be like a new artist in the back, and I would hear what they were saying, and it wouldn't happen too often, but there'd be like a good 3 or 4 times where I would put down my tattoo machine and go in the back and be like, who is this? Okay. And I really like enjoy that, like the whole creative process. And because I guess I don't know why I was so well received, or the position or the role that I got in Ottawa hip hop, but for whatever reason, a lot of the younger, maybe it's my age, and the fact that I'm a business owner, I really believe
to the OG basically.
Yeah, exactly. So I get a lot of people that would ask me for advice, or ask me, what do you think of this song, or what do you think of this? And some of these guys were doing this a lot longer than me, but people were always coming to me, and like a lot of times I would hear, oh, you already made it, and I'd be like, oh man, that's crazy, because I'm still at it.
The plan is not done.
Yeah, I didn't make nothing yet. So once I started noticing a lot of the artists were coming to me and like asking my advice or this, that, I was like, man, I could probably harness this. We threw the city collab that I was kind of talking to you briefly about earlier.
Yes.
So basically we got a beat.
So talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
It was basically like a show?
No, so what it was is I just had a beat that I had purchased, producer that I was starting to work with, and I just had an open verse. So I did, I started a song, I left an open verse, and then I let anybody jump on it. So basically it was a collaboration with me, but with whoever wanted to jump on. So a cipher, if you will. We had about 25 people who jumped on, even like artists from Paris to Toronto, mainly Ottawa, and some of the people that took part weren't even rappers. Some of them were just business owners in the community, because I left it open and I wanted to just cross promo everybody. Basically, it was a way to just see if people liked the environment. I offered it for free as well. We did all the promos for free. We shot full-length video for each solo verse, and then each artist got the verse with me, and then we had the full-length video for the project. We also hosted a party.
So it's like a small online show about ciphers.
It wasn't necessarily a show. It was like just a song with 25 people on it. But we got everybody in here at different times, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah. So
but did you put out the videos of them?
Yeah, we did a video. So I have an IG, the State Platinum Records, and individually everybody's submission, I had each one of theirs. And then I gave the artists their version with me. So it's like they have a collaboration with me.
So basically that's how you connected with artists.
That's how we connected, and we seen it was a nice way to test out Twigs too and see what he could do, you know.
Oh, okay. So Twigs was with you by that time.
Yeah. That was actually the first project I gave Twigs. I was like, hey man, how do you feel about doing this?
So you really wanted to test them, just mix anybody over the fucking country.
I was like, let's go, man. Let's get it.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, man.
So did you find, you were telling me it's good timing right now, because you were telling me you just had a party last night to celebrate the signing of your new artist. So did you find one of these artists by this cipher, or did you find them in another way?
So to answer that, I have 3 separate answers for each individual. The first person who I signed to the label, he's an artist. He goes by Spit and Image. Spit and Image did not actually take part of the City collab. Because he's actually very, very focused. He was in album mode, if you want to call it.
Okay.
And he's a very, very focused on his craft, and he takes his stuff serious. So I took no offense whatsoever that he didn't take a part. And where I had come across Spit and Image is actually the first ever hip hop show that I attended to when I decided to get into this hip hop thing or rapping myself. He just happened to be one of the artists that was on the stage. I liked his stuff, so I started following him. And just through Instagram and networking and starting to rap myself and being in certain places, like the rap community or the hip hop community in Ottawa is fairly small. Like everybody kind of knows everybody, especially with social medias and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Spit and Image came from there. I just seen him in the scene. He was great. He's very clean. And where it had come to is a few months back, I was given an opportunity where I spoke to the president of Warner Music Canada.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Somebody had referred me to them because they heard my music. But when I had spoke to them, they were looking for somebody a little more clean cut. So, or they had asked me if I would consider a name change or this, that, or whatever, and I was just
was it the face tattoos?
Probably, man. You know what I mean? It was just my music too. Like they were asking me for softer music, and I was like, this is me at my softest. This is me at my most vulnerable. This is as soft as it gets, brother.
Can't create a character.
Yeah. So exactly. And at one point too, they told me they're like, we already have songs written. We just need the face. And I'm like, no, I don't think this is the face for you. So with that, I always kept that in my mind. But Spit and Image is a very, very, very marketable, clean cut, like, handsome, young, clean bars, like no tattoos, you know what I mean? So I always had that in the back of my mind. And once I started talking and spitting, started just recording at my studio though, like by himself, like knew I had the studio. So he started coming by. And I brought it to his attention then. I was like, listen, man, I had an opportunity that came, but I had to pass on it. But maybe you might be the guy, so let's do something and work towards that. So
you relayed the opportunity towards him.
And he was like, from the beginning, he was down. Like he was just like, yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I like the everything
probably
about
what
it.
He's doing it for.
Yeah. So then to come to number 2. So then we have Phlox. Phlox did take part of the City collab, but I had known of him and I was hearing about him prior to, and just through tattooing and studio again, we kind of became friends, and I like his sound. He has his own swag, he has his own style, and the thing I really like about him is he is eager, and he's got the bars, he's got the talent, he has what it takes, and he will literally message me 3 times a week to be like, listen to this, listen to what I wrote. Can we get into the studio now? Can I get into the studio now? So that I see from him. So I like
hard
it.
Working.
Yeah, hard work, and he wants it. The other guy, he did take part of the City collab. He caught my attention there. I knew of him prior. He knew of me from the whole time since he's been in the rap game. He knew who I was. He got brought into the rap game by people who I knew in my street life, if you will.
Okay.
So he always kind of heard of me and knew of me.
Okay, so he was around basically.
He's a younger guy, but like he just knew who. Yeah, he's put in his work, but I'm the one who was known. You know what I mean? So if you will. So he's always kind of like.
So
he's always been.
He knew
of me, but he knew of me in a different aspect, if you will, not necessarily the music. But once he learned that I did music, he knew that this was the place to be. So he's always been like very interested and eager to take part. And when I brought it to his attention, like out of everybody, he was clearly the most grateful. Like I'm sure this guy's even cried when I told him about this.
Really?
Yeah, like he's just a pig in shit right now, man. He's loving this, So that's Dirty Laundry. No, sorry. Yeah, that was Dirty Laundry. And then I even have a producer that I signed who I met from Dirty Laundry. He goes by Kin on the Beat, and he just makes amazing beats. I had put up just a chat or a story on IG, and I said I'm just looking for producers and this, that.
Okay.
And a lot of producers would hit me up or hit the DMs or ask me for email address. But this particular guy, he asked to meet me, So he showed up, he brought some beats, he brought Dirty Laundry, I guess because they were working together. And I just like the way he presented himself to me, Like he came very respectably, And also, just another story that goes with this. Prior to that, Dirty Laundry had been asking to do a feature with me. He's sent me a few tracks, and it wasn't really my vibe, so
Okay.
I turned him
So
down.
it just never happened.
It never happened. But
wasn't
I would always tell him, we need to get together and let it come organically. Like, I need to be in the studio with you. We need to vibe.
Okay.
So sure enough, later on in life, this producer comes to me. He brings Dirty Laundry. They come. We have an hour talk. You know, smoke fucking 10, 15 blunts or whatever. And towards the end of it, I was like, "Did you guys come correct? Do you have a project to work on?" And sure enough, they did. He was like, "Yeah, I have this beat." And Dirty Laundry was like, "Yo, I have this verse." And I was like, "All right, get in the booth." So they put it together. We wrote the track, and it was magic. And we actually have a video coming out for that now. So
Oh, really?
yeah. So
What's the name?
If You're Real.
When is it coming out?
We don't have a specific date, but I'm gonna say June. I'll call it like, I don't know, man, June,
Okay.
mid-June.
So this month.
Yeah,
This
come
month.
June. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
So
yeah.
basically, your label roster holds 4 artists,
Yeah.
3 rappers,
Yep.
and 1 producer.
Correct.
So that's how you all met them, and you had a party last night over here to celebrate the signing or the opening of your label, or
A little bit of both.
Okay.
And an added plus. So
Okay.
Spit and Image was working on an album with us. His last album he did with us, but it wasn't like
Okay.
executive produced by State
Okay,
Platinum.
okay.
However, he went ahead and asked if it was okay if he put the State Platinum stamp on the
Okay.
back of his album, which I was totally fine with. It was totally honored. So it was like an album release party. It was a label mate getting together party. It was a promo party.
So is the studio officially open now? Because
Yeah.
I see you showed me it was still having some renovations.
Yeah, no, that was just yesterday. We got a little hot in there,
Okay.
so now he's just he's doing some duct work to make sure that there's AC in Studio A.
Okay, so you're just fixing the AC.
Yeah, he's just
basically.
fixing some AC.
Okay,
But-
so if someone wants to book here, it's completely open.
Yeah,
Where could they book the studio?
so there is a website, Borough Media, or you could go to the State Platinum Records IG, and I have a website
Alright.
there that'll link you right there. You could give us a call.
So the name of the studio is Burrow Media. So they need to look for this.
Yeah, but again, you could do it through the State Platinum Records.
Alright.
Like if you do it through State Platinum Records, it'll bring you, like the website is connected.
Okay.
You know?
So did you have some plans for your artists with the label? Is there any projects coming out? Any videos?
Yes. So basically, the way my label is structured, it's based on projects. So whether the project be a single or it be a full album or an EP, it's based on projects. So each artist, we're gonna start working
a
on projects. Spit and Image, we're gonna let him take some time. He just finished his album. He's doing a lot of press for this album. We're gonna let that marinate, and we'll get to him later. But as for, like I said, Flox, he's ready to rock. Dirty Laundry, he's ready to rock.
Can we get a time frame for the releases, or
So there's actually no
dates on it?
No date. You know what I mean? Just in the sense there
coming
has
in the next month, this year, by the end of the year.
I would say, okay, well, we can do a ballpark. I would say, in the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to be seeing a lot more stuff coming from Flox, and you're going to see
So
a
at
lot more
least
stuff.
3
Stuff
projects coming.
At least.
That's
At least.
So videos for that too.
Oh
everything.
yeah,
the whole thing?
every project that has every single is gonna come with videos. So we got great videographers. We got EuroV. Like I was saying, my first engineer, when he went back home, he was actually able to come back, and since he came back, he's just been back on the team.
Okay.
So he's been doing a lot of the videos, and everybody loves him. Everybody loves the video work. He shot Flox's last video that we shot it here was called Racks. It's getting great response. He shot my last video, No More. He shot my video, Dominoes. He shot a lot of videos for a lot of local people. Twigs as well as a videographer, shooting a lot of videos. So everything, like there's going to be lots of content. We also plan to do other content, just like with IG lives and stuff like this. Another thing I just want to touch on, just in the sense of content or an example, me and another artist who took part of the City collab, he's a Toronto artist. We've been going on lives a lot, and we decided one night to do a live where we would get all our followers to tap in and we had a beat going from Kin. This is when Kin just got into the thing, so Kin is our platinum producer. We got a beat from him, and we got all our IG followers to submit.
Great move to have an in-house producer, by the way.
Brother, come on, we're always we're out here, man. We're out here. But yeah, no, and he was very eager to be a part of it. I love having him, and he makes great beats. And this is where it started. He had brought laundry, and then shortly after, I asked him. I was like, hey man, can you donate a beat or send me a couple beats where I could get like the live people that jump in? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I just liked his attitude, man. So it was natural to have him a part of it. But what we did on the live that day is we got everybody to send their bars, and I ended up writing out a song. We released it
from the bars that
from
were
the bars. Yeah,
okay.
I didn't even add
on the
any,
live, basically on the
live.
comments. Okay.
Yeah, the comments. We screenshot the comments, wrote down everything, and I constructed a full song, like 2 verses, a hook, and everything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we called it Live on the Live, and now you can watch it on YouTube. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Who did you do it with?
So we did it with an artist called Yardi out of Toronto.
Okay.
I met him because he took part of the city collab.
I actually saw, Tory Lanez out of Toronto.
Yeah.
I actually saw, back then he was actually doing lives on his Instagram in the studio, basically doing the same thing, but by himself. He was creating a full song basically with the people on live, so choosing the beat, spitting bars, and
it's an amazing way to connect with your followers.
He was punching in the bars, basically asking people to should I change it, and the whole process. It was a couple of hours worth of lives, and it actually got him a lot of fame on IG like that. So it's a great great idea.
Even when we did when we ended up recording the song, we went live again, and everybody who took part, I actually put their IG handles. So on the YouTube, when you're watching the video, you go through the bio, you'll see everybody who took part.
Is this song out?
Yeah, it's been out. It's been
What's the name?
Live on the Live.
Live on the Live. Okay. I've seen that. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how it came up. That's how it came.
Wow. Okay, that's great. So talk about, we were talking about content for the label, but talk about you're also an artist. So is there anything coming from you, a project, videos, songs?
So yeah, honestly, I have a bunch of features in the work that are coming from with visuals. I would say one of the bigger ones would be I have a song with Yardi and Prada West, who's an artist out of the West Coast. We have a cartoon visual coming and dropping for that.
Really?
Yeah. I have a song coming with both Dirty Laundry that has a video that I mentioned earlier. Then Spit and Image actually invited me to do a track on his last album. We're going to shoot a video for that. Then I have so many features. I don't even want to mention the other features that I have because I don't want to bother anybody if I forget them. But they're all in a row on my computer, and I just have so many features. As for singles, I might drop maybe 1 or 2, 3 this year with videos, of course, but I've been mostly focusing on the artists that I'm working with and a lot of the features,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. So a couple videos coming this year.
Oh, there'll be videos, yeah.
Okay. Is there any of them that's already, you have a release date or something, or it's all in the works still?
So the one with Dirty Laundry is ready. I would say we'll drop that by mid-June. The one with Prada West, that will follow, I would say end of June. And I think, so with Spit and Image, we're actually just shooting sometime next week, so we haven't even shot that one yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So coming in the next months.
The next few months,
all of it coming in the next months.
There's
so
going to be a lot of snowballing.
Yeah,
once it starts, it's going to be coming boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Plus, COVID's been kind of really slowing things down too.
Yeah, it's also
the studio build. Like we had to put everything on hold because it took about 3 or 4 months to build the studio. So there was minimal recording or anything getting done. So a lot of stuff got put on hold.
Okay, so it's been a struggle, but you're getting there. All right, so that's great. So that's a lot of work, and that's only your music side. But I want to talk about your tattoo parlor too.
Yes, sir.
You told me you were doing tattoos for like 10 years now.
Yeah, well, I took my apprenticeship about 10 years ago in another shop in Ottawa. The apprenticeship was short-lived. I didn't really get along with my apprentice, if you will.
Okay.
So I left.
So you taught yourself?
Pretty much, and then I was tattooing from home on and off.
Did he get the time to show you the basics, at least? How much time did you spend with him? 2 days?
No. Maybe I would say about like 3 months or so, you know what I mean? And I got what I needed, but I would say I'm definitely more self-taught. But after that experience, I was tattooing from home, and then once I like downsized from like a house to an apartment, it just wasn't really comfortable having people, so I kind of stopped, and I would like, just do it when I felt like it. I didn't take it too serious. I was making money other ways, and it was more of say of a hobby then. But when I decided to like, smarten up and get back to
Invest your
things,
money.
yeah, it's been a good 6 years the business open, and I'd say I've been tattooing almost every day minus COVID messing things up, but prior to that or within that I would say I was tattooing like every day for about going on 3 years.
Okay, and you probably charge a nice price now.
Oh yeah, we got to pay the bills. You got to pay for the dead time, man. I've been paying rent like about 8-9 months through COVID. I'm still paying rent.
Really? Wow, so that's crazy. Must have been a big hurt on the business though.
Well, the thing is, I do well when I'm working, so I have savings, but like, it's starting to run out. It's starting to be like enough's enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah. 8 months of rent without business is crazy.
Yeah, it's actually, and the thing is, like I'm not looking for pity, we manage,
No,
but
no.
I don't get any type of relief, brother, because of the way my business is set up.
But the fact that you can, get your own artists and still build a studio and have all of this running is clearly a proof of good money managing.
Managing it, maybe I'm a little bit crazy. I don't know, man. But I just like the thing is, it's momentum, man. It just keeps going. It's like I know I put in the work, but it feels like it's almost evolving by itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's actually coming a lot. It's coming fairly easy. There's some elbow grease in this.
Maybe you're getting used to it too.
Yeah, I'm definitely used to the grind for sure.
Yeah.
But like, I have fun with it too, so I'm not like losing sleep over it. Like, this sucks, the current pandemic situation, sure.
Yeah.
But prior to that, I had my ups and downs with, opening the business in the first years, and like the stresses and the struggles of all that, and hiring and firing, and bills and all these surprises that come out of nowhere when you're a business owner. And in the first couple years, it was a struggle. But now, like, after that made me so tough that nothing could stop me, man. This place could be on fire right now, man, and I would finish this interview with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be cool, man. We'll light the blunt off of it. You know what I mean? Like, like we make the best of it, bro. You know what I mean? That's what I'm learning. Just roll with the punches and make the best of it. And as long as you have like a plan, like, and you could kind of stick to your plan, you're good to go, man. As long as you know what you want. That's about it.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's great advice. So that's all of it for your businesses. So did you have? We're talking real quick about money managing. Did you have anything else? Did you invest? That you invested in apart from yourself and your own businesses? Did you have stocks or anything? Crypto's big nowadays. Did you have anything?
Yeah.
In that world.
So a few years back, I was invested in some stocks, mainly just marijuana stocks when it was like kind of like popping and there was like a big bubble. I got in, it made a little bit of money. But I like by the time, like, I was just like the average person. So when I heard about it, it was too late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I made a little bit of money and then shortly lost some money. So I was like, this is not for me. So I didn't really invest in nothing. Maybe had some high interest, a TD bank.
Okay.
But one thing I did, and just for myself, is I would invest in I like gold, like per se, like bullion and stuff like that. So I do invest in like gold coins and stuff like this. And recently, since COVID hit, I got into cryptocurrency, and somebody was.
How did it work out?
So far, so good. Although the last couple of weeks
It's been down.
have been like
It's been shaky.
It's been really shaky. There's been some stuff going on with Bitcoin and the politics and whatever. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But like, if you're involved in it, you understand. It's just been like it's been on the down. You know what I mean, for the last couple of weeks. But I'm in it for long term. I made my investment. I was aware of what I was doing. You know what I mean? I invested a fair chunk of money, and for the first bit, it was beautiful. Like, I was like, oh man, I'm making thousands and thousands of dollars, and then one morning you wake up and you're like, oh geez, there it goes.
Yeah.
But it goes up and down, and I'm in it for the long haul. Like, I'm fairly confident that in 3 to 5 years, like, I'll have a nice chunk of change from cryptocurrency.
Yes.
You know?
Of course. We pray for that to happen. So,
So clearly you were into cryptocurrency.
yeah, I just got into it. I've been learning.
Yeah, me too. It's only been about 4 months now.
Okay, I've been. It's been about 2-3 months now. I've been
Okay,
waiting
good.
for. It's been a bubble, so I knew it would go down. So I've been waiting for it
Nice.
to get in seriously. So right now, crypto Bitcoin went from 70K to like 40.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the thing is, so even 4 months ago, it was at 40, then went to 70, and now back. You know.
It's back. So it was just a bubble. So now it's back to normal price. But if it bubbles again,
Yeah.
it might get lucky.
Yeah.
But so in ending, I just had a last question. On your Instagram, I saw that you were at 5,900 and some followers.
Yeah.
And you had a giveaway at 6,000 followers.
Exactly.
So I just wanted to give you an offer to talk about that. Maybe
Perfect.
maybe
Thanks.
that'll boost your followers a little bit.
Yeah, so the art of Bullyzone, the art of Bullyzone. So where it had came from is I was doing giveaways. I was doing little draws. It was around Christmas time or maybe prior, and I was getting people. I can't remember what it was. I think I was doing something for like a charity of food bank or something like this. So I did a couple of draws, and I was offering like. I can't even really remember, man. It was like maybe a couple $100 off a tattoo or something like this, and people really ate it up. Like people, before I would even like announce the date, people were already sending me the money. So I was like, hey man, maybe I could just add this into bumping up my followers. So yeah, like you said, I was around like hovering close to 6K. So I decided basically what it is if once I do get to 6K, I'm going to host another draw where I'm going to give away $500 cash and a tattoo valued of $250. So basically that's it, man. Once
so
we
it's a little giveaway at 6K for a tattoo of $250.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cool.
And $500 cash, man.
$500 cash.
Yeah, I want to give $500 cash too,
great.
bro. Like I don't know why it's taking me so long. Well, give me the 6K, guys. Like let's get it. You know
give it to him, man.
Who knows what's gonna come at 7K? You know what I mean? So it's like people were jumping all over it when I was just giving away I think it was $100 or I can't remember, or $200 tattoo. People were all over it, and it just seems to be taking me forever to get to the 6K. I know. The weird thing too is about a month ago, I had got there. But I had so every time I like speak my mind on IG or something, like they'll block me for a day or two or something, or I can't do something, or they'll unfollow. Like I swear, I've been on IG for maybe like 5 years, and in the last 3 years, a good 3 times, like it almost seems to be every year. It's like something will like get into my account and just like unfollow a bunch of people, and it's happened to me a couple times. So it actually just happened to me like about a month ago, and during that time, like I can't do nothing. Like it won't let me like a picture, it won't let me comment. And during that time, I actually got to 6K. But because I was like banned and I couldn't even like put a post to say thank you or even do anything, it just dropped. Like now, I think I gotta still need another 100 to get to 6K again. Really? But basically, that's what it is, man. Once I get to 6K, I'm gonna do a raffle draw for $500 cash and a tattoo of the person's choice.
All right, that's cool. So for the end, we just wanted to have a little message for young entrepreneurs, young artists, starting artists that have a dream, just want to start something that you want to say, some advice, message.
Yeah, I guess I was tapping into it earlier, man. You have a plan, like really know what you want, write it down, write down everything you think you need to get it done, and then just start checking off those steps, man. Start with day 1, I'm gonna do this. Day 2, we're gonna do this, and slowly you're gonna get everything done until you're where you need to be. You know what I mean? Surround yourself by good people.
So having a plan.
Having a plan is number 1, man. Having a plan, consistency is definitely a big part of it, and surround yourself by good people. If you got negative energy around you, just kind of just let it go.
You need a support system somehow.
Yeah,
it could be only one person.
Exactly, or. Yeah, at least one cheerleader, because you could tell 5 of your friends and 4 of them will be like, that's the stupidest idea, don't do it. Meanwhile, these guys are doing nothing, you know what I mean? And then you have that one person. Well, if that one person's with you, then that's the one person that's with you. But you need
someone that's going to be, stay true to themselves and not just tell you that, because if you're an artist and a track that you recorded is not it, you need someone to tell you to.
Yeah, definitely. In
so that support system needs to be there.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
both things, you know.
Yeah,
to be
no,
real
for
with
sure,
you at
for
all
sure.
times.
Yeah, no, you would hope that people would be real with you. You definitely like that's something you gotta value, respect, and maybe that's something you could do too as advice,
right.
man. Just be real, man,
So a plan, consistency, and a support system. That's
and
your
be
advice.
real.
All right. So thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
for the interview. That's gonna be it.
All right, brother.
Yeah, man. Did it. C'est bon?
Yeah.
All right. We good.
Cool, man. Thank you.
I'm high as fuck right now.